guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Dino from Away Days and another edition of My Two Cents involving the teams that I support. This is on Arsenal Football Club, so I do apologise for it being late. I know it's from a couple of days ago, but I had to, I didn't even really do my 2 cents on what happened with the Falcons. The less said about the Falcons, the better right now. Hence the reason why this is actually late, because I had to really digest what the Falcons didn't do in their game on Sunday against the Panthers. First thing I will say, congratulations to the Panthers. You know, they showed up, they done what they had to do, and they won the game. For those of you that aren't into American football and you do like football, just imagine you've just seen, for example, like what happened a couple of years ago at Manchester United, where they got beat 7-0 by Liverpool. Carolina is one of Atlanta's rivals in their division, and they got beat 30-0. So yeah, I'm not happy with that one. So this is the reason why my 2 cents with Arsenal is been delayed, because I had to digest what happened over the weekend. So this is Arsenal versus Man City. It was one apiece. Haaland scored a goal after 9 minutes, and then Martinelli scored 3 minutes into time added on. I watched some of the game. I was at the Hippodrome, so I was watching the game from there, waiting for the Falcons game to come up, and I saw the lineup on the way there, and I have to say I was not overly impressed. Just like many other people who saw the lineup and thought, what's going on? It's like the writing was already on the wall before the ball was even kicked. When you're playing a three-man midfield, which doesn't really have someone in there who can create, it's asking questions, you know, because I was thinking to myself, well, okay, Odegaard isn't playing, so why don't you just play Eze? You just bought this guy in for how much money? Play Eze in the cam role. He can actually play there, because that's where he plays. It just felt like a wasted 45 minutes, and I saw that from quite a few people. One of my boys, Lewis, bless your brother, out there in Toronto, he came and said it just felt like it was a wasted 45 minutes in the first half, purely because nothing happened. And I was watching, I thought, well, you've done the exact same thing what you've done against Liverpool, where you're playing against a team which was effective. Okay, they're still a class team, they've still got quality, but they were there for the taking. Just like when we played Liverpool a few weeks back, where I spoke to many Liverpool fans who said, Liverpool weren't really that good. It was just that great free kick which got them the win. Again, same thing here. Good finish from Haaland, but other than that, Man City didn't really do anything afterwards. They just basically sat back, as what some fans have said. It was just a big sky blue wall. And I just want to see a bit more adventure from the team, especially with how they played a couple of years ago, where they would really give teams a real threat. And I don't think Mikel Arteta actually knows. I don't think he realizes just how many teams in the league are actually intimidated by this squad. Again, not the best Man City team that we've seen over the course of the last 5-6 years. They themselves, they've not really created much. I just saw a stat earlier today saying that was the lowest percentage of possession that they had in a game. So their game plan was to come and just do what they did, and it only worked for them because they sat back and didn't do anything. I feel I'm starting to get a bit impatient, because you're playing at home, you're meant to be challenging for the title, you're meant to be challenging for the Champions League. You've got the 2 other trophies there, which I would love to see Arsenal win. Let's face it, but when you're not seeing when you're seeing a lack of adventure and a lack of urgency trying to get forward just to try to take a stronghold into the game, it's very, very frustrating. I know many people will probably say, well, you have to give credit to Man City. Yeah, I'll give credit to Man City, but the fact of the matter is they were there for the taking, and Arsenal could have got a few goals in there. And like I said, Luke, my boy, he said that it was a waste of 45 minutes in the first half. A couple of other people said it was just a waste of time watching the first half. I think Sky Sports said it as well. So it's like, well, we can all see it. And this is something that was always said beforehand with Wenger. But Wenger's stubbornness would always come into effect. It's kind of a similar thing here. It's like, what, what are you actually looking at? But Eze came on, and he got the assist for Martinelli. Martinelli again scores. Again scores from coming off the bench, just like how he did in the game against Bilbao. You know, and you know, credit where credit's due. You know, I think he's now that player who you just have to bring on after 60, 65 minutes and make him come on and just run around, and no one's going to really want to chase him. So it is quite frustrating. It is, you know, very frustrating to say that we got, you know, it's good to get the draw. You know, we didn't lose, but it would have been nice if we had got something out of the game to get the 2 points, to get the extra 2 points, just to keep on the coattails of Liverpool, because you start gradually seeing the league now. When you look at the league table, you now start to see Liverpool got a bit of a gap now, and just the games aren't going to get any easier. We got Newcastle next in the league, and now we've got injuries. For those of you that haven't seen, Noni has picked up an injury with his ACL. Thankfully, it's not a tear or anything like that. But he is actually meant to be out for like a couple of months, so he probably won't be back until maybe end of November, going into December. So, which is a bit of a blow because he was a little bit of a spark, you know, trying to take defenders on and trying to create something which I think was very, very good. He's very good to see. But Saka's back, so hopefully we'll get stuff out there, but hopefully he doesn't get injured. But this is what we wanted. We wanted that strength in depth of bringing players in, and you know, I think with a little bit more urgency now. I think now what we need to be looking at is in the midfield. I'd love to see Rice, Zubimendi, and Eze as our midfield three. Um, Obviously, Odegaard is still there. Ethan is there as well. He's going to grow as the season goes, I think. You know, but we need to get these guys in. And now that Madueke is injured, Martinelli is probably going to come back on the flanks on the left hand side. But we need to be a bit more adventurous. I feel it's very, very frustrating because we could have got a win. I think Man City were there for the taking to get the 3 points. So very, very frustrating. But you know, we didn't lose. We showed good character. We didn't give up to get the equaliser at the end. So which is quite good anyway. So I have to give the credit there. And like I said, Martinelli's come off the bench in the last 2 games and has scored goals. So he's making a statement. So hopefully these 2 goals will actually spur him on to actually do well and give him some confidence. So which I think he's been missing for the past year and a half. So we'll see how that goes. But as I said, guys, this is just a quick. Again, this is going to be delayed by 2 cents with Arsenal because of what happened on Sunday with the Falcons and everything. So you know, I'm going to put this one up. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Arsenal's next game is against Paul Vale in the Carabao Cup, which is away. So we may rest a few players in that game. We might bring in Ethan and Dolman might come in. You know, might bring in some of the fringe players who are going to come in and put a couple of other players in it as well. So we got a bit of can rest the squad up and get them ready for the game on Sunday, which is against Newcastle United. That's another game on Sunday, so you know should be another good game. A tough game, but you know we got to play these games to win the league if we want it. But yeah, guys, that's just a quick my 2 cents with Arsenal Football Club. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe to the YouTube, which is Dino, Away Days. If you're on TikTok, it's at Away Days Sports. Days is spelled DAZE. Also the same for the Instagram, so that's at Away Days again, Away Days Sports, sorry. So yeah, do like and subscribe. Anything that you think I can talk about in regards to American football and football, or with your club or the team, any of the teams that you support, do let me know. I'll read about it and I'll look up and I'll read and I'll pull it up. So let me know what you think in that one as well. Also, yeah, if you want to leave your comments on your team after their games over the weekend or whenever they play, whether it's in Europe or in league cups. Yeah, do let me know. I'll upload those as well for you to see. So yeah, just keep supporting, keep following, and I'll see you guys on the next one. So take it easy. This is Dino from Away Days. Take it easy. Take care.